In reference to the gentleman from Philadelphia saying that he could find no one who would argue that this was a substantive issue, this is a substantive right under Article 1, Section 1 of the U.S. or the Pennsylvania Constitution for possession of a property. That is substantive, and it is the right of the people that is protected before there is even any mention of government. And in fact, both the executive and judiciary are under the law, while the legislature is purposely in our Constitution put above the law. Article 2 versus Article 3, or Section 2 versus Section 3. The executive and judiciary in 4 and 5, respectively. We have the constitutional inherent responsibility to protect the rights of property owners because it is the first right declared in the Constitution. And when we see that people are abusing that right for whatever purpose, the government has the right and the responsibility, and the people who make those laws have the right and the responsibility to step in and do such a thing.
Representative Dush, you've just decided on what substantive means because you came up with that definition. It's a term of legal art. And that's not what the courts have said.
There's
I understand you believe that substantive
and constitutional.
Right, and I'm referring only to our Constitution and the cases which come from the specific constitutional provision, Article 5, Section 10C. I'm referring to our Constitution. And if you look at Lautenberger, which is, again, another case that everyone believes is critical to this discussion, the court says, we have held in the past that this constitutional grant of authority is complete, meaning the rulemaking authority. The power to make rules is that of the judiciary and the judiciary alone. The Pennsylvania Constitution gives the state Supreme Court exclusive power to establish rules of procedure for state courts, and that the legislature is without power to control procedure.
But here's the difference. I do not argue that the procedures that occur within the court have the Pennsylvania Rules of Criminal Procedure, Pennsylvania Rules of Civil Procedure. The courts have that right. But just like every other right and responsibility, there are limitations to that. And the Constitution charges us with the responsibility that when people have their rights not being protected, it is our responsibility as a legislature to protect those rights.